Welcome to the digital home for the English curious. I'm Annie Lopsh, an author and language confidence coach, and this is part 1 of 3 in a free English introductory course available here on our YouTube channel. And the level we are dealing with is beginner, general English. You will need a smartphone, internet connectivity. You will also need a translator like Google Translate. In this lesson, you will learn how to introduce yourself and greet in English. At this point, I need you to open your translator and search the meaning of the following words. The word introductions as well as the word greeting. Once you have completed that, we can proceed to the next step, which is practicing the English version of introduction and greeting between two people. And here you can see we have speaker 1 and speaker 2. So we will have an exchange between these two individuals. So here you can repeat after me. Speaker 1 says, "Hello." And speaker 2 responds, "Hi." Speaker 1, "How are you?" Speaker 2, "I am fine, thank you." And then speaker 1 says, "What is your name?" Speaker 2 responds by saying, "My name is Annie. I am from England." Speaker 1 responds, "It is a pleasure to meet you." And speaker 2 responds by saying, "Thank you. Pleasure to meet you too." So this is our exchange between the two speakers. Let's take it from the top. Repeat after me. Hello. Hi. How are you? I am fine, thank you. What is your name? My name is Annie. I am from England. It is a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Pleasure to meet you too. So this is generally how it would go. So play this video again to listen to the reading and practice in your free time. We will now take it a step further. And I want to just make it clear that hello and hi are universal greetings, which are applicable 24 hours a day. But you can be more precise with your greeting depending on the time of day. For example, between 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. would be morning. So that's when the sun rises. In this instance, you substitute the hi and hello for good morning. And between 12 and 1700 hours would be afternoon. So the greeting, good afternoon, would apply. Repeat after me, good afternoon. Whereas the morning is good morning instead of hi or hello. And it goes on between 1800 hours and 6 a.m., which would be evening. And the greeting, good evening, would apply. Repeat after me, good evening, instead of hi or hello. And good night would apply between about 6 in the afternoon or 5:30, so early evening, or rather late evening, into late, just before midnight, which is around 2300 hours. And remember, good night is a form of saying goodbye. In other words, you say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening on arrival. Good night would apply when you are leaving or upon departure. So let us practice this once more and repeat after me. Good morning, which is applicable in the morning. Good afternoon, which is applicable in the afternoon. And good evening, which is applicable in the evening. And good night, which is applicable at night upon leaving a room, whereas the previous three are applicable upon arriving. And they are substitutes for hi and hello. So here you can see that in terms of the exchange between speaker 1 and speaker 2, I have substituted the hi and hello for good morning in this slide. So this is how the exchange would look. Speaker 1 would say good morning and speaker 2 would say good afternoon. Speaker 1 could then go on to asking, how are you? And speaker 2 would respond with, I'm fine, thank you, and so on. And the same applies to good afternoon, as you can see on your screen, as well as good evening, with the exception of the last slide, where good night applies to the end of the conversation. Once again, remember that hi, hello, and goodbye are universal and applicable 24 hours. So in lesson 1 of 3, you have learned how to introduce yourself in a context between two people, in this instance speaker 1 and speaker 2. So in lesson 1 you have learned how to introduce yourself. In this context we have speaker 1 and speaker 2. We've also looked at examples of how to greet for the different periods of the day. In other words, in the morning, the evening, and at night. Moving on to your exercise for lesson 1. You will be required to practice introductions with your colleagues or your friends. You will be required to practice greeting daily. In other words, every day, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Remember, you can enroll for an English program, a comprehensive English program, and you can sign up today with me. So that's it from me, guys. I will see you on the next one. 3 of this video. Thank you very much for your attention.